Hello, I'm Yoko, and this is a part 2 to a video I posted 3 weeks ago where I looked at my old Deviantart page. I'll link it below if you want to see me look at my old middle/early high school art, but it's not required to enjoy this video. In this video, I've basically picked a few drawings from back then to redraw and see my overall art improvement, a process I really enjoy doing and find really fun. With that said, I'm going to go from the art that I had made from the newest to the oldest art, if that makes sense. And I only have 3 redrawings in this video, but I'll be honest, I was pretty busy, so that's what I could get to. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. The first drawing was a picture of Jade from Homestuck. And if you don't know Homestuck, don't worry, it's not too important. I'll explain anything relevant. And please bear with me as I gush about it for a bit. The original drawing was made in July of 2017, so I was 17 as I age with the year. It was also drawn on my phone with Ibis Paint X, which I used for a few years. Side note, my current art program is Krita for anyone curious. As for what this drawing was, in Homestuck, characters tend to have a lot of outfits in different forms, and Jade in particular had a lot of them. So I made this broken mirror aesthetic thing to show off a different form or outfit in each shard, because I think this was originally going to be like an art project for school that they said to do. Like there was some kind of split mirror thing they said to do. So I took that and did it for my own. Some notable forms being I put her dog tier outfit on a part that showed her head because she gets dog ears and I really wanted to draw them. And the bottom corner with the striped stockings is also meant to be God tier, but when she goes Grimbark. But it's kind of hard to show that when it's just her leg. Kind of ran into that problem a lot with just the small bits of area I had to show. I also included her dream robot and Jade Sprite forms. Again, don't worry, knowing any Homestuck stuff, it's complicated. Just know she has a robot that walks around when she dreams. I also made very simple backgrounds in each of them that were meant to loosely resemble different scenes, like how I have the gold prospect behind her Dream Self outfit, and her land of frost and frogs. Which, to explain briefly, it's basically what it sounds like. She was on an island filled with snow and a ton of colorful frogs. Their universe is a frog. Don't think about it too hard. Overall, I think it's a little cluttered with all her outfits, but it was already like that in the first version. And I really like how it turned out in the end. I've been meaning to redraw this for like a few years now, so I'm happy to finally get around to it. And I hope you guys like it. The next drawing I decided to redraw was a lot simpler. It was just 2 of my OCs that I had back in middle school, Shadow and Lily, with Lily hanging onto Shadow. And I still have these characters, by the way, I just don't draw them that much. I refuse to let them go, I am attached. Lily has had a redesign though. You'll see it in the drawing. This original drawing was posted on January of 2015, so we went back 2 years here. Since this one's pretty simple, I'm just gonna say who these 2 are in general. So these 2 are young friends who are about 12 to 13, haven't decided exactly. Shadow has emo hair and a tragic backstory with trauma because I made him in middle school and it do be like that with some older OCs. Though the emo hair is serving a function because he is missing an eye. Lily, on the other hand, is an absolute tornado of positivity. Think like Pinkie Pie from My Little Pony, but she's an actual kid. Her mom is often busy, so she picks her own outfits and wears rainbow leggings almost every day, which aren't in this picture, but I had to point that out. And I haven't mentioned the fact that Shadow can turn into a cat at all, but he can. Long story, but yeah, middle school writing is the essence of what this turned out to be. Honestly, at some point, I think it would be fun to make a video just going over how this OC universe developed over time as I started getting into new things and yoinking ideas from things, notably Fruits Basket with the whole transforming into animals. And for context of where it starts, it started way back in elementary school before Shadow existed as a character, and it started as Lion King fanfiction. Somehow. I think it might be funny to go back and just see how this went because it's a crazy ride. And I just think it's really interesting. But yeah, I wanted to draw these characters in this universe more, so I picked this purely for the cute vibes and personal reasons. I think the redraw turned out very cute, and I hope you guys like it. And last up, I had to redraw one of my old pieces of Warrior Cats fan art. This originally being drawn on February of 2014. So this is the oldest one in the video. It's a very simple scene from the books where Ravenpaw caught a snake and Greypaw and Firepaw were praising/chatting with him. I believe it was an adder in the books. I tried to keep the general poses and vibe of the original drawing, but I used my new designs for these characters. I will say that in the redrawing, I didn't notice that Greypaw had his tail wrapped around Ravenpaw's shoulder in the original picture, and that was a missed opportunity because that's very cute. Also, rest in peace Firepaw's anime hair. Greypaw got to keep some of his though. Overall, I think I got better at differentiating between the free characters based on some physical traits rather than just colors. I'm working on that a lot in general with my cat designs to try to make them more diverse visually. From the different types of cheek fluff to stuff like Greypaw's ear tufts or Ravenpaw's longer muzzle. I also tried to keep the background similar, mostly just taking out one tree and making the grass a richer green. Honestly, I didn't put too much effort into the background and parts are a little messier than I'd like, but I drew this at like 1 a.m., so yeah. But yeah, that's my last redraw. This, just the original friendship trio, very fun to do. And I think it's really fun revisiting old art like this, and I encourage you to try it out yourself. It's fun to visually see the improvement because sometimes you don't just see how much you improved if you just keep drawing and don't look back. Honestly, even if it's just like a year apart, you can usually tell improvement. Though it is really satisfying when the art is really old to see how much you improved. I originally planned for this to be longer, but had to cut it short because at the time of this going up on the channel, I'm actually out of state, so I was a little pressed for time. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate if you could like, subscribe, and check out my socials linked below. I also have a channel Discord there too now. My commissions are open if you'd like to support me that way, and with that said, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace!